Shomrei Shabbat. V'korei oneg, v'korei oneg, v'yismechu malchutecha. Shomrei Shabbat. V'hashmi ratzita bo, ratzita bo v'kidashto. Emdati yamin hoto karata, zecher lemaseh v'reshit. Yismechu malchutecha, shomrei Shabbat. Yismechu malchutecha, shomrei Shabbat. V'korei oneg, korei oneg, v'yismechu malchutecha, shomrei Shabbat. So I needed to talk to your wife, only to find out that she went back to work. I called her mobile number, and it calls in at the clinic, and Dr. Palko's not available. But I have to talk to her about the squash. The beans, I need help. It was so funny.
So
I never connected with. I didn't say that to them. No,
Okay.
I just said I'll call back another time. But it was just so funny because I thought you guys were still on vacation.
no, she did the weeding on Thursday morning. So she was here Thursday morning. So that was the one time I think she did the garden.
Okay. Well, Joe was supposed to do a harvest, and Josh and I came up this afternoon because he didn't show up, where there was just tons of fruit. We picked 3 bags of cucumbers, 2 bags of tomatoes, some of the squash I cut, not knowing whether it was really ready, but it was so big, and a couple of them had rotted. And then I figured tomorrow morning, I think they're open, I'll drop it off, and I'll come up here and I'll cut some lettuce too. But it's been a good harvest this season.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
it's been good. It's been good.
Let's see, we have 8 minutes to go.
have all your helpers lined up, or do you need some help?
I think just about all our helpers. One or two more along the way, but we can make it work with what we've lined up. So that's good.
Very good.
So Dawn said, check this out.
Yeah, she showed me before. Chocolate collar, unbelievable. Gorgeous. Take a picture and send it to Linda. Tell her what she's missing. That's unusual. You don't usually see braided in the round like that. Very, very pretty. We'll save her a piece. Up to you.
It's 7:30.
It's up, completely up to you. You want to get started?
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Huge thank you, Jerry Klein and Rabbi Silver, who were covering during my period of vacation, and huge thank you to Larry Smatroff and Bonnie, and then last week to Lisa Siegel, and this week Larry is soloist, and we're so grateful for Larry's beautiful music, particularly as Linda is away on vacation, and we are more than covered. We're going to turn to page 128. How good it is that we are all together. Hine Matov.
Hine matov, hine matov u'manayim, she'erachim gam yachad. 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 She'erachim gam yachad. Shabbat Shalom.
We turn to page 120 now for Hadlakat HaNerot, kindling the lights of Shabbat, and Dawn leads us in candle lighting, page 120.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you. We turn to page 138 for Lecha Dodi.
Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela la la. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamichad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem lo tiferet lehit la la la, Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela la la. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki hi mekor habracha, merosh mekedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tehila la la. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'sola, toch emunei am susula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela la la. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, panei panei Shabbat nekabela.
We now turn to page 144 for the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
V'yamad ivra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, veimeru, amen. Yehesh me Rabba mevorach, le'olam ulam me'almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar, v'yithaleh, v'yithalal, shemei dekudashah, brichu, leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran bi'alma, v'yimeru
those who are able, we rise, page 146, the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
We turn to page 148. We read together in English. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night, and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsebaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv v'aravim. And we read together on page 150 in English. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated. We turn to page 154. We join together with Larry in the Ve'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu ha'dvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatan levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha uv'lechtecha b'derech uv'shovtecha uv'kumecha uv'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha uv'tavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeitiechem me'eretz Mitzrayim leot Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
Emet. Before we turn the page, just check out on the bottom, you'll see in the footnotes, it says, Ve'ahavta, you shall love, Deuteronomy 6:5-9. It's not the last time we're going to see those words this evening. We turn to page 157. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Michamocha will be found on page 158.
Yum bum bum bim bim bum yabba bum bum bim bum yum bum bum bim bim bum yabba bum bum bim bum yai dai da dai 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 yabba bum bum bim bum yai dai da dai 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 yabba bum bum bim bum mi mocha balim Adonai mi mocha Nedar b'kodesh, no rati lod, o sefele, no rati lod, o sefele. Yam bum bum bim bim bum, yam bum bum bim bum, yam bum bum bim bim bum, yam bum bum bim bum, yai dai da dai dai dai, yam bum bum bim bum. Yai dai da dai 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 yabba bum bum bim bum Ma'alechutecha Raul Vanecha Bokei Hayam Livnei Moshe Zeli Zeli Anu Ve'ameru Adonai Lo Le'olam Vahed Yam bum bum bim bim bum yabba bum bum bim bum yam bum bum bim bim bum yabba bum bum bim bum yai dai da dai 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 yabba bum bum bim bum yai dai da dai 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 yabba bum bum bim bum.
Bochet Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. We turn to page 160. I read towards the bottom of the page. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. On page 162, Yismechu is the second paragraph down on the page.
Capo on correctly. Yismechu v'malchutecha shomerei Shabbat. Yismechu v'malchutecha shomerei Shabbat. V'korei oneg, v'korei oneg. Yismechu v'malchutecha shomerei Shabbat. Ratzita bo v'kidasho Chemdat yamim otro karata Zecher l'maseh bereshit Yismechu v'malchutecha shomerei Shabbat Yismechu v'malchutecha shomerei Shabbat V'korei oneg
We turn to page 164. For those who are able, we rise for the tefillah. We're going to be chanting the prayers on the right-hand pages from 164 to page 170. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufia Gita Hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Velohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Kodeh HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdevot V'Imahot, U'Nevi Gula Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'Ezrat Sarah, Tagibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atarav L'Choshia, Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim, Shohomech Noflim V'Rofech Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, U'Midom Elah, Melech Memit U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'Ne'eman Atah Lechayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. I was in a fender bender on Monday on I-84 in Waterbury. There was heavy traffic, stop and go. I stopped. I saw the car behind me wasn't. I saw in the rearview mirror the approach of the moment, and that moment as it approached, it lingered and lingered and lingered as I awaited the impact and thump of the crash into my rear bumper. Fortunately, no one was hurt, and the vehicles will be repaired. Yet following the news from Israel, within the last 48 hours, it feels eerily like waiting for the impact and the thump, along with a nagging suspicion that the injury won't be so minor. At the behest of President Trump, the Netanyahu government reversed itself and has refused to permit Congresswomen Tlaib and Omar from entering the land for an official visit. AIPAC, the pro-Israel organization dedicated to bipartisanship and which our synagogue has close ties, put it best, and I thank Ivel for forwarding me the tweet. AIPAC said, "We disagree with Representatives Omar and Tlaib's support for the anti-Israel and anti-peace BDS movement, along with Representative Tlaib's calls for a one-state solution. We also believe every member of Congress should be able to visit and experience our Democratic ally firsthand. End tweet. There's a lot of complicated calculations behind the scenes, but the bottom line is this. Statesmen grasp that certain principles and alliances, such as facilitating strong bipartisan support for the State of Israel and protection of the Jewish people, transcend narrow, divisive political interests. Opportunists don't. Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav taught, if you believe that you can destroy, believe that you can repair. Praying for peace in a world that is increasingly chaotic and doctrinaire, a world of stops and goes, may we be agents of repair and shalom. We pray Shalom Rav for abundant peace and blessing. Page 178.
Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech hadom, lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech hadom, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, al Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav, al Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. B'tov b'neinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael, b'chol עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam.
Silent prayer is found on page 180. We now turn to page 364, page 364 for our tourist service this evening. For those who are able, we rise, we sing Ki Metzion, and we invite forward Anna to open our ark.
Ki Metzion Tetzei Torah. Ki Metzion Tetzei Torah. Udevar Adonai miYerushalayim.
Page 366.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam. Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akulam.
Please be seated. Ve'etchanan means I pleaded. The verb carries the connotation to throw oneself at the mercy of the other. The root found in the names Hanan or Hannah means grace. Moses pleads with God to enter the promised land. God does not relent to Moses' request. Still, God does soften and instructs Moses to see the land from afar. Moses then soon states those familiar words that have echoed as the watchword of our faith across the generations. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. May we, like Moses, find blessing and meaning both in our accomplishments and in our disappointments. May we, like Moses, be privileged to glimpse the fruit of our efforts. Page 1366 in the Torah commentary, chapter 6, beginning verse 1, in the electronic tikkun, and we invite forward the congregation's educator, Abby Peklo, for the Aliyah to the Torah. And in the prayer book, it is, let me just do this. 368, I believe. Yes. Here you go.
Hu et Adonai Hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. Min v'zot ha-mitzvah ha-chukim v'ha-mishpatim asher tzivah Adonai Elohechem lilamed etchem la'asot ba'aretz asher atem ovrim shama l'rishta. And these are the commandments and the statutes and the laws that Adonai commands you to instruct them and to do in the land that you are crossing over to possess. Laman tira et Adonai Elohecha, in order that you will have awe for Adonai your God, lishmor et kol hukotav umitzvotav, and observe all of the laws and commandments asher anochi mitzavecha ata uvincha uven bincha kol yemei chayecha, that I am commanding you and your son and your son's son, so you and your children and your children's children, all the days of your life. Laman yarachun yemecha, in order to lengthen your days. V'shemata Yisrael, and you should listen, Israel. V'shemarta la'asot, and observe to do asher itav lecha v'asher tirbun ma'od, which will be good for you and will make you increase greatly. Ka'asher diber Adonai Elohei avotecha, just as Adonai, the God of your fathers, said to you, within Eretz Zvat Chalav Udvash, within a land flowing with milk and honey. You can also follow along this segment. If you're not following along in the Torah commentary, you can follow along in the prayer book, beginning on page 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. And this is page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ela asher anochi matzavcha hayom al levecha v'she'antam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha v'vlechtecha v'derech v'shochbacha uv'kumecha v'kshartam la'ot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot bein inecha v'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha v'visharecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Abby, thank you.
You're welcome.
And Heather, we're going to invite you forward to address the Torah as I raise the Torah, and Debbie to open the Ark as the Torah then be returned to the Ark. The Zot HaTorah found the bottom of page 370. We remain standing, page 374, as the Torah is returned to the
All
Please be seated. Each Shabbat, we pray on behalf of dear ones within and beyond our congregational family. We articulate the hope that they might know comfort and support. I invite you now to raise your hand, and after I silently acknowledge you, speak the names of those persons not on our prayer list, for whom likewise we should pray this Shabbat. Our Misha Berach prayer, page 371.
Bless those in need of healing with Rafua Shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
I'm fond of noting that the Torah begins with a calendar, days 1 through 7, immediately prefiguring how throughout the ages Jewish life will flow to the rhythm of a calendar. Within it, there are certain mood swings which we get. After last Shabbat, we observed Tisha B'Av, the 9th of the month of Av. It's a very sad day commemorating the destruction of the ancient first and second temples in Jerusalem, as well as other tragic events that are seared into our Jewish memory. We spoke of identifying with the stateless and the homeless, and some who studied in the library that morning were then off to Tisha B'Av gatherings in support of refugees and immigrants. On the other hand, there are to be times of celebration. In this case, a precipitous mood swing. Those who sow in tears shall reap in joy, and the full moon last night and today marks Tu B'Av, or the 9th of Av. Mishnah Ta'anit from about 2,000 years ago explains, Rabban Shimon ben Gamaliel says, there were no days as joyous for Israel. There are no days as joyous for Jews as the 15th of Av, Tu B'Av, and the Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur. For on them, the maidens of Jerusalem used to go out dressed in white garments. And thus they went out and danced in the vineyards, saying, young men, look and observe well whom you are about to choose as a spouse. Regard not beauty alone, but rather look to a virtuous family, for gracefulness is deceit, and beauty is a vain thing. But the woman that has awe for God, she is worthy of praise. That's the woman of valor. They're speaking from Proverbs. And it is also said, give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. And thus it is said, in allusion to this custom, go out, maidens of Jerusalem, and look on King Solomon, and on the crown wherewith his mother has encircled his head on the day of his espousals, and on the day of the gladness of his heart. Song of Songs 3:11. The day of his espousals alludes to the day of the gift of Torah, and the day of the gladness of his heart was when the building of the temple was completed, he taught. May it soon be rebuilt in our days. Amen. Commenting on the 15th of Av, Maimonides, our great sage, wrote, they chose the 15th of Av because it was upon that day that the plague that struck the generation of the wilderness ended in the 40th year. Many of that generation died each Tisha B'Av on the 9th of Av. In the last year of traveling through the wilderness, none died. The people waited with no further loss of life until the middle of the month, until the 15th. Then they were confident and sure of their safety. They sensed the Creator's favor and marked that day henceforth as a day of celebration and joy, Tu B'Av. In essence, as a way of demonstrating hope and promise, this time was in ancient days a huge singles event in a vineyard. Wearing white, the daughters of Israel would sing and dance, hoping to catch the eye of a suitable groom. It was also a recognition that a time of loss had passed. Tu B'Av is now a type of Jewish Valentine's Day, albeit pretty obscure, as one source relates that in Israel, quote, the entertainment and beauty industries work overtime on this date, end quote. So tonight's oneg will feature sparkling wine, champagne and the like, and Prosecco, and chocolate. I've heard reports about chocolate challah. There was talk this week of chocolate pizza, chocolate dessert hummus, brownies, Prosecco, sparkling cider. You may detect a theme, not exactly decadence, but certainly special treats. Tellingly, this Shabbat is one where, just as we read from the Torah, the Ve'ahavta, about loving God with heart and soul. A wise colleague of mine observes that this injunction to love God comes in the Torah after the command to love our neighbors as ourselves. That is, an appreciation of the sacred begins with our modeling devotion towards others. In that endeavor, as Rabbi Shimon counseled from the book of Proverbs, beauty has its place, but character is best. So may it always be for us, amidst our reach for the sacred, and ways of relating to loved ones, people, and God during the calendar year, if not our own mood swings. Ken Yehi Ratzon, be this God's will. We turn to page 586. We rise for the Aleinu. The Aleinu that we chant will be the second paragraph down on the page. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, latet gdula liotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'goraleinu kechol ha'monam, ba'anaf Shachavim Modim Livnei Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Please be seated, page 591 for V'ne'emar. V'ne'emar V'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad. Page 598. We now call to mind our own beloved dead, and I ask that those in mourning or remembering the anniversary of the death of a loved one, and who have trekked to the sanctuary during Shiva or Shloshim or for Yartzeit, should you be able, please rise when their name is mentioned. During Shloshim, we remember Maurice Grubb, father of Heather Sipley, Bobby Lurie, sister of Louis Hoser, and Shirley Boozin, mother of Randy Solomon. This Shabbat, remember the Yartzeits, the anniversaries of the deaths of Anna Weissman Blick, Herman Borenzweig, Belle O. Brandwein, Samuel J. Frank, Max Garber, Emmanuel Gelfand, Bettina Gladstone Jackson, Bruce Robert Jensen, Jenny Liebeskind, Melvin J. Milson, Franklin G. Nathanson, Adolph Pollack, Edward F. Scheinbaum, Gertrude Spiro, May Leopold Spiro, Joseph Stein, Leo Swerdlick, Leona Tendler, Julia Wright, and Doris Zellen. If there are additional names to mention for Kaddish this Shabbat, please feel free to rise and say their names now. A practice within our congregation is to further consider these people. If you're comfortable so doing, we now invite you to share with this minyan a brief reflection or reference about a dear one on our Kaddish list. We also recall those American troops who have died recently, Gunnery Sergeant Scott A. Koppenhafer. And each Shabbat, we also mention 6 names amongst the 6 million murdered in the Holocaust, the Shoah. And we now remember Judith Bruckstein, Peter Karpel, George Fixler, Leon Wernick, Mosia Machlin, and Mosia Vinov. In remembrance and solidarity, and on behalf of those for whom there is none but us to say Kaddish, we now invite all present to rise if you're able, page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, B'alma divra chirute v'amlich malchute, B'chaye echon v'yom echon, v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, Ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah Mavarach Le'olam Alalmei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei D'Kodesha Barichu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbachata V'nechamata Damiran V'alma V'imru Amen Yehei Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimaru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimaru amen. Zichronam levracha, may their memories be for blessing, and let us say amen. Please be seated. Ein Keloheinu will be found on page 628. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadoheinu, Ein Kemalkeinu,
Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshiachenu.
Joyce?
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, Larry, for our service tonight. Any good news? Birthdays? Yeah. Jeff?
My grandson had his 4th birthday.
Hey. Any anniversaries? Okay. Well, Tuesday, August 20th, 6 p.m., Interfaith Action Fellowship Community Dinner. A special discussion of area volunteer opportunities with the United Way of Greater Waterbury. There'll be a potluck dinner, no pork or shellfish, please. RSVP to the main office, no walk-ins. Friday, August 23rd, 7:30, Eid Shabbat services, Poetry Shabbat. The Oneg this evening will be sponsored by Ivo and Ron in honor of Leah Linton's birthday. Upcoming events, September 7th, 10 a.m., Sabbathon, Day of Meditation. Special Torah study focusing on meditation in the Torah, led by Rabbi Eric. Following Torah study, there will be a luncheon and then a session of Jewish meditation instructions and practice, led by Dr. Cheryl Greenfield. Please see Michelle Rosen for more information about this day. RSVP for the luncheon are required. Tonight's Oneg is champagne and chocolate, sponsored by the Ritual Committee. Shabbat Shalom.
Larry, all set? I guess first there's the regular Kiddush wine, and then there's all the other goodies. So Kiddush is on page 123.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei b'riah ka'afen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu. B'Shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinkilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehillah l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, ki banu v'achartav Yotanu kidashtav mikol hamim b'Shabbat kodshecha v'yahava uvratzon hinkaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen.
And at Larry's suggestion, we took a photo of and texted Linda a picture of the challah that she was missing tonight, albeit the valiant contribution.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Holy Mary, may God's presence be with you and give you peace.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah.
champagne.